Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today in this video lecture, we will be studying characteristics of first 5 phylums of subkingdoms non-chordates. Porifera, Coelenterata, which is also called as Nidaria, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes and Annelida. While writing characteristics of any phylum, we should consider following criteria like body form, habit and habitat, body symmetry, body cavity or coelom, germ layers, reproduction and some specific characteristics of that organism. Let's see one trick by which you can remember any 5 accurate characteristics of phylum, excluding protozoa which is not there in your textbook. See kingdom Animalia, which are multicellular organisms without cell wall. First criteria is body organization. In first group, cellular body organization, and in second, we place tissue organ and organ system grade of organization. Next is body symmetry. We place asymmetrical in one group, radial symmetry in second and bilateral symmetry in third group. Next criteria is body cavity or coelom. In first and second group, we place a coelomate, that is without body cavity, and in third group we put a coelomate, pseudocoelomate and eucoelomate. After writing all these criteria, next to it is phylum. First is Porifera. After watching first line here, we can see all accurate characteristics like they are acoelomate, that is without body cavity, asymmetrical body. It means we cannot get two equal halves of its body through any imaginary axis of body. Cellular body organization, etc. Likewise, next is Coelenterata. If you see in the line of Coelenterata, you can accurately tell its characteristics like they are acoelomate with radial body symmetry, tissue organ grade of organization, etc. Next phylum is Platyhelminthes. They are acoelomate, that is without any body cavity, bilateral symmetry and tissue organ grade of organization. Next is Aschelminthes, which are pseudocoelomate with bilateral symmetry and organ system grade of organization. Next, Annelida and all the phyla coming after it shows true body cavity, that is they are eucoelomate, bilateral symmetry and organ system grade of organization. Let's see the characteristics of phylum Porifera. These animals are with simple body design and they are called as sponges. They have numerous pores on their body which are called as ossia. At the free end, there are large openings called as oscula. Singular, it is called as osculum. They are aquatic animals, mostly marine, but few are found in fresh water. Body is mostly asymmetrical. That is, we cannot get two equal halves of their body through any imaginary axis of the body. They have special cells which help to transport water through the body called collar cells. Water is taken in through ossia and given out through oscula. They reproduce asexually by means of budding and sexually by the formation of gametes. They always attach to substratum, hence do not show locomotion, so they are called as sedentary animals. Body is covered with fibers called spongin and spicules. Spicules are made up of calcium carbonate or silica. They have good ability of regeneration, that they can regenerate their lost body parts. For example, Sycon, Euspongia, which is also called as bath sponges, Hyalonema and Euplectella. Next phylum is Coelenterata, which is also called as Cnidaria. Body of these animals are cylindrical and umbrella shaped. An animal with cylindrical body are called polyp, and if it is umbrella like, they are called as medusa. Body is radially symmetrical, means through different plane of their body we can get two equal halves, and they are diploblastic, that is with two germ layers, endoderm and ectoderm. Mouth is surrounded by tentacles which are used for capturing their prey by injecting toxin in the body of prey animals through it. Tentacles have special cells called cnidoblast, which are also used for their protection. Examples are Hydra, Adamsia, which is also called as sea anemone, Physalia, which is also called as Portuguese man of war, Aurelia, that is jellyfish, and some corals. Let's study some characteristics of phylum Platyhelminthes. They have thin and leaf or ribbon-like body, and therefore they are called Platyhelminthes. Most of them are endoparasites, means they live inside the body of another organisms, while some of them are free living and found in water. Body cavity is absent and hence they are called as acoelomate, that is without any body cavity. They are bilaterally symmetrical. It means through only one imaginary axis of the body we can get its two equal halves. They are triploblastic, means there are three germ layers, endoderm, ectoderm and in between mesoderm. They are hermaphrodite with both the gametes in the same animals. So here hermaphrodite means an organism which contain or which possesses both the gametes, male as well as female, in the same animal. For example, planaria, liver fluke and tapeworm, etc. Let's see the characteristics of phylum Aschelminthes. Body is long, thin, thread-like and cylindrical. They are endoparasites or free-living animals. Free-living worms are aquatic or terrestrial. Body is triploblastic and they are pseudocoelomate, means with false body cavity. Body is unsegmented and covered with thick cuticle, means we cannot get similar segment of its body. They are unisexual, means with only one gamete in the same animal, either male or female. Examples are Ascaris, which is also called as intestinal worms, filarial worms, which causes filariasis, and Loa loa worm, which are also called as eye worm. Next phylum is Annelida. Let's study some characteristics of this phylum Annelida. Body of this animal is long, cylindrical and metamerically symmetrical. Most of them are free living, found in fresh water, marine water or in soil. Some of them are ectoparasites, means they live on the body of another organism but externally. These animals are triploblastic and they are bilaterally symmetrical. They have setae, parapodia and suckers for locomotion. So these are the locomotory organs. Their body is covered with special cuticle, which is a hard covering. These animals are either hermaphrodite or unisexual, means some organisms of this phylum are with both the gametes and some are with only one gamete, means male and female are separate in unisexual organisms. Examples are earthworm, leech and nereis.